Well then folks, do you know what? I may have told a little white lie, but this has come about. Welcome back to another stream, gentlemen. It is nice and lovely to see you all again. Now, I didn't actually expect I'd do any more streams at all, as a matter of fact, on Formula 1 2023. But here we are. And here we go. Now, this is a new league. I haven't raced before. Normally on the Sundays, you'd see VRL and you would see LOC. But today, that's a different story. Today, we're actually racing VRL from Lee's League.
La pista está muy tranquila. Deberíamos aprovechar para salir. Cuando quieras, en marcha. Te esperamos en el pit al final de esta vuelta. Nuestra mejor vuelta hasta ahora es 1 minuto 29,4. Venga, despejando el box. El coche está listo para salir. Vale, entra en esta vuelta, repito, entra al final de la vuelta. Hasta ahora nuestra mejor vuelta es 1:29,4. Vamos en octava posición en el control de velocidad, 330,6 kilómetros por hora. Motor en marcha, estamos listos.
Well then folks, an eventful qualifying session. I must say I am seething over that over that invalidation in the medium lab. Could have been provisional P2, but hey ho. We press on. We press on into the full Grand Prix we go there. And I hope you don't mind having a little bit of IndyCar in the background, because I don't actually know if the Indy 500 has started yet. I hope it has. It has! Oh, it hasn't. I don't think it has. No, it hasn't. This is last year's. I'm not too sure when the 500 is meant to start. But yeah. It stopped raining in Indianapolis, so that's lucky. I'll tell you who this doesn't help though in the Indy 500. This doesn't help Carl Larson. Remember him? I do. NASCAR driver. He wanted to do the Indy 500 and the Coke 600, but alas, that will not be coming about for the America. Fuck yeah, man! For the American. I say we go for the same strat we did on Friday, which was medium to soft. So let's crack on. Hello, ready. Welcome, mate. Yeah, I mean, in quali it certainly could have been better, but I'm quite happy with a P4 start, considering we bottled the last lap in FRS. So I'm quite happy with that start. Not much more to add really. I just hope it's a good race. Yeah, do let me know if the Indy 500 starts, please. Do let me know. I'm just going to have a look at what strategy I did on Friday. Yep, so the same strategy suggested, medium to hard. We're going to stick with that. We'll have a look. We'll have one final look at the tyre commands everyone is running. See, in the McLaren, on the soft tyre, everyone else on the medium, apart from Lee in the Mercedes, who is on the hards. So then, 29 laps of racing here to come in Abu Dhabi. The Abu Dhabi Grand Prix is next. Now, I'm not sure if there's a formation lap. I hope though. Okay, there isn't. So the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix is now. Oh my fucking god. That's fair. That's even more fair because he just completely cut me off. Oh, fuck off with your illegal overtakes. Dickhead completely cuts me off to begin with. So unfair. I shouldn't be in P6 at all because that start was so unfair. Massive lag. But yeah, Reddy, do let me know if the 500 starts. That start was an absolute load of bullshit with that amount of lag. Gonna go back down the inside on the McLaren. Put him out a little bit wide. There was damage and contact up ahead. I'm not too sure who it was for, but it looks to be Mastermind in the other McLaren. As Josh looks to pounce, Josh does pounce. Will we have the opportunity to, though? Throughout the rest of Sector 3, you don't see many overtakes in Abu Dhabi Sector 3, and I don't think you've seen any at all. Barring any F2, of course. But we need to pounce if this is Mastermind that has the damage, and it certainly looks like it. So we're going to need to pass him, and we're going to need to pass him quickly. Because we don't want to ruin our race even more by being stuck behind the McLaren. But the McLaren goes off, wow! Inches, let alone millimetres probably, away from that inside wall after the McLaren's mistake. What a move, that was beautiful. Well then, one lap down, 28 more to go in Abu Dhabi. We've had an eventful lap one, but needless to say, it was quite annoying, quite stressful at that start. But back up to P5, that's really good. We can look to press on with the race from here. It's Aston Martin, from Alfa Romeo, from Ferrari, from Red Bull, the top 5. Let's get on with the rest of this beautiful and maybe adventurous and maybe even hard-fought raced Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Change for position up ahead there. The Alfa Romeo going for Alfie in the Aston Martin. If not, I've got that the other way around and I apologise. But going for the move is the Alfa Romeo. I'm not quite sure who it is. If someone can go back and have a look at quali and confirm that for me, and just confirm which Alfa Romeo is which. Which Alfa Romeo he is, apologies. Not which is which. I just can't remember his name. But he gets the lead. Hopefully he holds up this pack with them fighting all that much, which can get us in the DRS, but knowing us, we're going to lose it instantly. 2.8, 3 seconds, 2.3, so 3.3, sorry. So the McLaren has obviously made a mistake behind, so both McLarens not having the best of races so far in Abu Dhabi. One with damage, and one fighting for P7. Fighting for P6, apologies, but that could be P7. You don't normally see drivers on the soft tyre being pressured by drivers on the hard, and that's coming from someone who was a racer turn commentator turn racer turn commentator turn racer yet again. But oh, it's F1 mad. Okay, so Ryan P1, followed by Alfred P2, followed by Tom, followed by Josh, followed by myself. That's the top 5. Let's crack on with the rest of this race, because they're certainly looking scrappy and spicy up ahead. There goes Alfie back in the lead again. It really is just going to be one big DRS train this entire race. Unless Josh Owen has something else to say about it. He goes down the inside of his teammate. Doesn't pay off. Goes wide. But they're now going to both have the DRS again. Down to turn 9. And the more the Ferrari scrap, the better it is for us. There goes Tom. Going wide. Will the Ferrari scrap in turn 9? No, they won't, but Josh with a little weave. Is Josh lagging up ahead in the Scarlet Red Ferrari, but Josh is completely out of energy up ahead. That is really good, but all this fighting they've done has really not helped them in their battle with F1 Mad and with Alfie, but this could really help us. If we can keep it on the track and we can keep our head calm and composure, we could properly have a good result tonight. But Tom into the wall, up ahead in the other Ferrari. He goes off. He's off. Tom's off. Wowzers! Dangerous re-entry there from the other Ferrari, but we don't care. We don't care. We're still quite ahead. We're back into where we started, and into turn 1 again we go. Up to P4. Josh really part. Does Josh have some damage in this Ferrari? Will we be able to make the move for P3? We're going to save just that little bit of energy. We're going to stick in 6th gear, shift up to 7th, into turn 5. Did he go for the send? Absolutely. Josh broke a lot earlier than I anticipated him to. We're going to come back, make sure he can't get the switch back, and we're going to be the ones with the DRS. Josh goes wide, so that may have been tactical. That certainly was tactical from the Ferrari driver, but this is good because we're going to be able to save the energy. Down through turn 6, 7. Josh doesn't send it on us like he did on his teammate. We went for the move on Josh, but we've got more energy than the Scuderia Ferrari driver. We're going to be back on the power. We're going to burn the energy now. We want to get away from Josh, and we want to pounce on this fight ahead. We didn't have some very good race pace on Friday. We're going to have some good race pace tonight, folks. That's what I think. 2.4 to the guys ahead, and over all the fighting they're going, still side by side they go. We could be on for the fight for the win here tonight, folks, and I never thought I'd say that in Abu Dhabi, at the track where we've historically struggled. Don't forget, in RRL we lost the title here on the last lap because Josh is out of this race, and there's a full safety car, and they've gone past the pit lane. We're going to box, and we're going to box, and we're going to take advantage of the safety car. Alfie pits, so Alfie and I have taken full advantage of the safety car, but the safety car hasn't made it out in time, so maybe it's good for F1. I forgot to turn. Oh well. Maybe, just maybe, it doesn't work out for F1 Mad, because I know we're all going to have the advantage. We're going to have the advantage. Alfie's onto the intermediate. Folks, this fight for the win is well and truly on. The fight for this win tonight now is well and truly on. I thought it wouldn't happen. I thought the day wouldn't come. We're going to fight for the win in Abu Dhabi tonight. All we need is some good pace for the rest of this Grand Prix. We can fight for the win in Abu Dhabi. And maybe, just maybe, provided the Delta doesn't completely screw us over, like it is doing, provided Alfie gets a move on, we can fight for the win. We can fight for the win. Because F1 Mad, he might have some damage from fighting that fiercely with the Aston Martin driver, but Alfie, this is really going to hurt his performance. He's going to drop right to the back, and he needs to get out of AI mode. Because he's just going to lose his time. It's a gamble, really. Does F1 Mad pit? Does he stay out? We're going to find out. I reckon he'll pit, folks. But we're the only driver that I can see of currently on the hard tyre. We don't need to stop. We do need to stop again. Apologies. But I'm sure we can get these tyres to the end. And if we do stop again, then hey ho, fresh stop onto the soft tyre. This isn't really what I wanted to do, but F1 Mad stays out. Ryan stays out, folks. So we're technically speaking, in the net race lead, folks. We're in the net race lead. We've got the fresher tyres. Alfie comes back into the pit lane. So, folks, we're in the net race lead. Alfie into the pit lane. Alfie getting rid of those intermediates. As you'd expect, he's going to go right down to the back, which isn't good for him. It's brilliant for us. Not good for him. Yeah, I mean, I thought Matt probably was trying the one stop, but his tyres are going to degrade. They're 6 laps older than ours are. And I know we've had the safety car, but, apologies, thought I was going to sneeze, but I didn't. I hate it when that happens. Yeah, F1 Mad probably is trying the one stop. We're just going to conserve these tyres. We're going to do a bit of lifting and coasting. We don't need the fuel. But I want to conserve these tyres just to make sure they can go to the end and just that little bit longer. Don't forget on Friday, F1 Mac got the lap 1 damage. That put him right down to the back, and he was never able to catch up to us and overtake us. That may have been because of Smithy, but we did have some fine pace. Because don't forget, before Smithy spun, we were pulling away from F1 Mad, who was in the Williams that night. We're in the Red Bull tonight, and he is in the Alfa Romeo. So, no team correlation from the two nights, but hello. But we're going to see what will come of it. There are going to be 24 laps to go, so we'll see. And Reddy, if you could tell me, has the Indy started yet? It should be starting soon by my calculations, because it shouldn't take this long to clear up some rain. But yeah, so on the hard tyre, we've got the opportunity to go to the end. Everyone here will be boxing again. As long as we can take care of these tyres. They're still cleaning. Okay, thank you. As long as we can take care of these tyres, we'll be A-OK, folks. And we have the biggest chance we've ever had to win on debut. And I've never said those words before, because don't forget, FRS, our debut, was cut short. We DNF'd in Singapore. SFR, the debut in Portimao, in GP4, all those, what is Sty doing? All those many years ago, back in 2022, back in February 2022, we finished P16. It wasn't a good race. We were GP5 material. VRL, the first race, Bahrain, we came off with P5. And do you know what? FWS, the first race I did was Austria. And do you know what? We ended up a lap down. But we got the team some good points. But, it's going to be some crazy stuff. I mean, MDR, we went and won on debut, so that's a good job. We went and won the sprint race, that is. Carry on the main race. But we look at my elations, not his, because we here are the JDM channel and not the Biggins channel, as I aforementionedly like to call him. But 4% tyre wear, with what, this 21, 22, 23 laps to go, we could make it to the end, folks. We just need a good restart compared to Ryan in the Alfa Romeo. We need to pounce when he goes. He wanted to go there, but he caught up to the safety car. We're not going alongside him. Steve's going alongside us, which he probably should be doing. And Ryan goes. So then the race is back on. 22 laps to go in this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Will we come out on top? Let's find out now. Going to have a slight lift, but we've had a beautiful run. Out of turn, so we're going to go to the outside. Will we get the lead? He's going to give us a right squeeze to the curb. We're going to brake later, though. We won't give him the edge. Quick on the power. We got the lead in Abu Dhabi, folks. Maybe a lack of concentration from F1 man, but he's got a better exit than us. To the inside. Here comes Steve as well. These hard tyres haven't warmed up for us very nicely, but they're going to fight now, so we're not going to battle it out too much. So we're going to give Ryan a little love tap, just as courtesy, and just as a bit of payback for what he did to us on Friday. But look at the exit we've now got. Out of turn 7, I don't want to fight him too much, as I don't want to burn all the energy, and I want to be the lead car. Into sector 3 we go. Wow! Massive desync, which doesn't help. We're going to fight Ryan as desperately as one can. Fight a car. Again, he's going to give us the jolly old squeeze, but we're going to try and hold it round the outside. We do hold it round the outside, luckily enough. But he fights back, and I can't do anything because I'm lagging everywhere, which isn't good, historically. But now we control the pace through these slow speed corners. It is brilliant to be able to do that. We can recharge our energy and get the exit. Slow entry, quick exit. Look at that. And there's contact in the background. Like Steve spun off and away. Mr. Reddy, if you comment, good chap, I will look in a few moments, as I'm currently fighting, believe it or not. Alfie down the inside. On Ryan though. On these hard tyres, I don't think we're going to have the better pace than these guys. Just for the time being. So there isn't much point fighting them, but I want to fight them. Alfie to the outside of us. Brakes later, does the Aston Martin driver. Do you know what? He's going to go wide. We're going to get the lovely little switcheroo, but it doesn't come about. So we're going to use the energy, yet again. Will it be a carbon copy? We're going to go to the outside this time of Alfie. Will it just be a carbon copy of what we did to F1 Mad, just in reverse? I hope so. We're going to try and plant the throttle. We don't. Alfie completely out of energy, so obviously Alfie used some to defend against us. We're going to go to the inside in the Little Kings. Little lift again. We're going to brake later than the Aston Martin driver. Put him off. Put him onto the curb. That is great. What a defence masterclass you're seeing, folks. I will look at your comments in a few moments for people, but right now I've got a race to get on with. Using all this energy though isn't particularly what I want. I did want to save, but now DRS has been enabled, that's probably not very good. But hey ho. Oh, okay then. He's inside of me. He ought to relinquish that position, but he's not. So he won't, because he's Alfie. Going to brake nice and early. Just try and hold these guys up. We're going to get mugged, absolutely obliterated down this straight. Here goes Alfie, and here comes F1 Mad. He's in our slipstream. We're going to tuck back into Alfie's. F1 Mad's going to get the position on us. We're going to go right to the inside. He goes further to the inside. Maybe trying to do what we did to him in Texas, but it doesn't come about for him. Covering off that switchback, but this hasn't helped us. This has really helped Alfie just to get that further bit away, and it's literally fucking Ryan's fault. Ryan wants to get through me, he wants to fight Alfie, but I know my battle is for the win here. We need to keep control of these tyres. All of these guys are going to have to pit again, but we can't let Alfie get that 1 second away. If Alfie gets that second away, that's curtains for us. Because when he gets up the DRS, he'll be able to pull and pull away. That curve though, not helping. We really do bottom out on that curve. So we need to try and avoid that. That's a silly warning. But Alfie cracks a second, and maybe it's unfair to say that he shouldn't have it, considering the lag we had in turn 1. But I suppose our best bet now is to just crack on with this race, to crack on with the task at hand, and pray to the Lord that Alfie makes a mistake. So if you could all type Alfie Walfie Dalfie, mistakey wakey bakey, por favor, in the comments, amen. You would have my utmost blessing for the rest of the time. We should be okay to keep F1 Mad behind, which means we won't need to use any energy in the slightest. So we're going to actually just let it rev to 7th. Quick on the brakes, and it is honestly to Alfie's interest to keep us within the DRS, much like Sainz did for Norris in Singapore last year. We saw, but hopefully Tom fights F1 Mad now, which will really help us, so we don't actually have to use any energy this lap, but we're going to use just that little bit. And maybe we can come about with a good result. Alfie though, loosey-goosey up ahead, you saw that little wiggle he had. So that's lucky. Josh has finally left the session. I don't quite blame him, but that is completely unfair. That's an unfair warning at the utmost, seeing as we lagged. But hey-ho, it is what it is. But I'm going to get that removed, because I don't know where the fuck I'm going when I have lag spikes, and I'm not about to pause in the middle of a race. Alfie though, still quite slidey out of the exits of corners, but we've broken the crucial 1 second gap to F1 Mad. We can get these tyres to the end. I am fully confident in that. But we've broken the 1 second. That is mega. That's brilliant. That means that Tom can now fight F1 Mad, and we won't have to worry about retaliation for just that little bit longer. But the goal now is to get within that 1 second of Alfie and to push flat out. We know he has to put again, but the tyres aren't looking the greatest. Under the safety car they were perfectly alright, but now they're not looking the greatest. Alfie just out of energy up ahead. We're going to use a little bit, just a little bit, to try and get ourselves that little bit closer. We are gaining. We're gaining. Will we get the DRS? I think we've got it, you know, folks. I think we've got it, folks. The game says we don't, which is silly, considering we were in 9/10. But that's okay, because watch him. He's going to get all loosey-goosey again this lap, folks. I'm predicting that. Just you watch. Yeah, again, he has a slow turn 9. We have a good turn 9. We gain another 10th from him. Same line as we always take. One time that may not pay off. We've kept off the curb this time. The car doesn't bottom out, but Alfie's does. He gets on that curb. That probably isn't the best way to go in a race. In a quali, absolutely so. But in a race situation, absolutely not. No bueno. Amigos, no bueno. Alfie, again, absolutely riding that curve, but that gained him a little bit of time. So I don't know what's happened to F1 Mud, by the way. Scrapping more than ever. He's completely out of a second of us now, by the way. He's 2.4 behind. 2.3, sorry. However, that will translate to 2.4 eventually, I hope, if he can fight Mastermind. But I don't think he will, as Tom's obviously made a mistake. But it's our time to shine in Abu Dhabi. 15? Let's get the team radio. Look at subtitles, by the way. Am I commentating or driving? I am a commentator and a driver, my friend. My speciality. I am everything, like Thanos. I am inevitable. Until I become inevitable, and then crash. Which is never good. But we ought to start saving some energy. Like F1 Mad went a little bit wide out of turn 9 in the background there, which is really good. That really does help us, and he certainly did. Because the gap's gone back down from 2.5 back up to 3 seconds, which is great. We've gained on Alfie as well, so I don't know what's happened to the Aston Martin throughout this sector. But DRS on the front straight would really help us, I can't lie. It would absolutely save us, but alas, it does not. We're just going to have to get a brilliant exit out of turn 1. Alfie tyres, we do know they will drop eventually, which is really good for our race. As long as we don't make any big mistakes, we're absolutely in the hot seat then for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. It is just a matter of time from the safety car to when they pit. We can get to the end. We can do an utter Charles Leclerc, but it will involve a lot of tyre saving, and that's something that I don't know how to do very well. I'm joking. I'm not. Cast your minds back just a few weeks, just to SFR and Qatar. Don't forget, Laser and I made that lap 14 pit stop, 29 laps in Qatar. It's not very good, but we made that lap 14 pit stop, and the tyre wear in Qatar is absolutely abysmal. Don't forget. And we made those 14 laps. We made it without getting a puncture, which was an absolute miracle. But more laps to go, and the tyre were arguably better, a lot better than it was in the Qatar desert that evening. But F1 Mad keeps making these little tiny mistakes, and I'm not complaining at all, because that's just allowing us to pull away just that ever bit more. We're gaining to the Aston Martin here and there, although he does then pull it away. But I'm not complaining, because we're keeping him at a pace. We're keeping him at a good pace, relatively the same pace as us, which is a 127.8. He's going to be taking more life out of his tyres. We're going to be taking just that little bit less. Fuck. This does help us though, provided this doesn't go to a full safety car. This will help. This will be absolutely fine, because this gives us just that half lap, just that lap maybe, to take over these tyres. But if it does go for the lap, that will not help, because that means Alfie gets a free pit stop, that means F1 Mad gets a free pit stop, but it's ending already, which isn't very good, because we know it takes the absolute piss to end. Keep an eye on the Delta, it's in. Mastermind gets a drive through, F1 Mad loses about a second in that time. We stay relatively the same to Alfie, but those two, that will have helped just for that corner and just for that little bit of time. But instantly sliding then, the tyres are not warm off this restart, which probably isn't a good thing, but they will warm through the sector. We know the hards warms quite quickly. We're going to give it a little weave on the back straight just to get that little bit of heat. But Alfie is already struggling again on these hard tyres, on these mediums, apologies. So we know he's going to have to pit again. He started on the hards, we know that, but to the medium, I don't think they'll go to the end, to be honest. Since he's already made 2 stops, he is going to be on a 3-stop strategy, which unluckily for him is blessing for me. It's all a matter of time though to when he boxes. Welcome to the guys in the stream. Thank you guys all for commenting, I do appreciate it. It does really help grow the channel. and I welcome you all. But we have to be very careful not to exceed the limits then, because we know if we do, we will have to report that, and that's a pain in the arse. But if one of you can remind me at the end, just to get race director, in case we do get a penalty, that would be lovely. Yeah. Relatively same pace as Alfie again. His mediums are switched back on. We've got 5 seconds to F1 Mad. That's great. We could come out 5th if we really wanted to. I'm going to have a soft selected, just in case. But tonight, folks, I don't think we need to make another pit stop. I think we can get to the end, and I think we can get to the end safely. But we need to protect the tyres in the latter stages of the race. So when all these guys lose the time, lose the pace, and box, try DRS. Yeah, I'm going to try. But it's quite hard, to be honest. I want to keep up with the good pace of Alfie as well. And I don't want that to happen. Yeah, I probably will need it. But, like I said, I want to keep up with Alfie. I know he's going to have the tyre wear towards the end, but so are we. Especially if he stays out. Yes, his will be worse. But these hards will degrade quickly when they degrade. They're meant to be the longest lasting tyre. But a little mistake then, literally one mistake from you and your curtains here in Abu Dhabi. As we proved in SFR. Don't forget, we had the lag spike, we lagged out in SFR. And do you know what, maybe if we didn't have the lag spike at the start of this race, it could have been a different story. We may well have been leading by now. But 2 seconds to Alfie, I'm not complaining. We're going to try and charge the energy just that bit more. The delay's been how the hell have they nearly showed the entirety of last year's Indy? How have they done that? It was pretty bloody awesome though, last year's IndyCar. I remember watching it with Kieran and with Aiden. Cast your minds back that year. I remember watching it. It was a really, really fun night, and I remember absolutely screaming when Kirkwood and Rosenquist crashed. It was amazing. And that night is going to be one that forever lives with me, because that was so much fun. That night. I'm fucking hell. I swear the lap time's like 50 seconds, aren't there? F1 Mad into the pit lane. That means all the medium runners will stop soon. He gives himself 11 laps to catch up, but will he do it? That is the big question. The pit lane here really slow, so we're going to need to absolutely push here tonight. Onto the softs he goes. That's to be expected. That's to be expected, but do we box with him? Do we box with him, folks? I need a vote. I need a popularity opinion. What do you think we do? He's quite far back. He won't be jumps, but he's at least 25 seconds behind. We can't risk him gaining that much. If we're going to box, we're going to need to do it around lap 20. We can make it to the end, but the amount that F1 Mad will gain, he's going to have the DRS from Lee when he catches up to him. He's 25.5 behind. That gap will decrease a lot during this lap, which isn't good. If we need to box, it's going to need to be soon. The softs, though, don't forget, have terrible wear. Don't forget, they degraded immensely quickly on Friday, where we did have to box again. A safety car from our good pal Alfie would really help right around now, if he is to do it. So Mr. Alfie, if you could, good chap, bin it like you normally do. But if Alfie's in this lap, that is certainly our call, but he's not. He stays out. We gained 5 tenths to him that lap, so maybe his tyres really are just falling off the cliff now. Top actually on the hard. We're getting told to box this lap. I don't think that's the correct strategy. I think we can go one more lap. Just conserve these tyres that little bit more. We still come out P3. Still coming out P3. These tyres are good, but we know that F1 Mad's going to gain a lot. I need a vote, guys. 4:37 the engine start, and they do what? 4 parade laps? Oh, we'll have another half hour. It's okay. I need a vote, and I need it now, you guys. If we box, we're behind him. Popularity vote, ASAP, please. Preferably. ASAP. Now. Come on. Don't fuck me now, lads. Thank you. But don't type the schedule yet, mate. We need the popularity vote. Do we box? Do we pit? Even if one of you tells me to stay out, I'm going to reject it. I'm kidding. I'm going to stay out. Because he's gaining. But we do factor in, though, the soft tyre wear. That will drop off like a mad, crazy man. Hopefully, though, Alfie just stays out. Hopefully, Alfie tries to go to the end with us. That will really help. Oh, okay, I'm going to have to get the race director. Alfie into the pit lane. Alfie Fisak into the pit lane. That is silly. Fuck it, we're going to stay out. We're going to have to now. 9 laps. We can do it, but we need to be cautious. We need to be wary of F1 Mad and of Lee. But Lee's in a very good position if he doesn't box. But fuck! He boxes. However, that is good. That doesn't give F1 Mad the DRS. And hopefully Alfie comes out ahead of him. And they have a big old scrap, like they normally do, like they did earlier in the race. And I actually think it's going to be a lot closer than first 4. It is a lot closer than first 4. One of them will get a DRS at the end of this lap, and that will help them to fight. And just to help us a little bit longer. Alfie's going to have the colder tyres, don't forget, but he's going to be able to warm them up, as did F1 Mad. But if they scrap and they fight, that is going to be absolutely brilliant for us. That will absolutely save our race, but they're going to try and work together, for sure. They're absolutely going to work together. Don't forget. They want to catch us. They want to catch me. It's in our best bet to stay out, to be honest. But they don't work together, actually. They are fighting. We're really oversteering, but they are fighting. Which is mega. That's absolutely brilliant. If we can just keep a consistent pace, keeping it on the track, this one stop will work. Maybe we could have gone that one extra lap with F1 Mad. The safety car came out at the right time for us. It was just as bad how he didn't jump it. And he would have been well and truly to the back. But they have gained 2 seconds, I think, this lap. But we're back in the lead, in some clean air, which is really good to hear. Because we perform very well in clean air, but it is nice to have a car in front. As we proved on Friday. The bollard is gone. Which sucks. But we absolutely more than need Alfie and F1 Mad to fight now. Because it is fight or relent, repent and gain. And I hope they choose the first option, because if we box, that's right down to third. That ruins the race for us. Absolutely abysmal. Now, if it weren't for Josh, could we still have won this race? I don't think so, folks. If it weren't for Josh. But a lot of oversteer then, creeping in. I know, I want to save the energy, but then again, I don't really want to be caught. Thank you, Redison. But they aren't fighting, which is really, really bad, because they're gaining at a rate of knots. Hopefully their tyres can go off though. It's already been a few laps on them for Ryan. It's been 2 on them for Alfie. They really did die off after like 3 or 4 in FRS, I must say. If one of you can go back and just have a look how many laps I did on them and tell me the where, that would be mega. 7 laps to go. I don't think we'll do it. We might not here, folks. This is going to be the most crucial 7 laps I've ever driven on F1 23, and the final 7 laps in a Formula 1 car on stream. I pitted lap 4. Oh dear. When did they pit? Lap 18 and 20. Or 19 if I'm correct. We can certainly make it to the end, but where will it be? Will it be P1, P2 or P3? Fate is yet to decide here, folks. We could still win this race on a post-race penalty. But they aren't fighting anywhere near as much as I need them to. F1 Mad is a second behind Alfie, which is not good in the slightest. We need them to fight, and it needs to be ASAP. They fought for a lap, which slowed them down, which yes would help, because they would certainly be under 10 seconds for both of them if they didn't fight. So it's really helping that they didn't fight, but it isn't. It helped for a lap that they fought, but it's not helping now that they aren't fighting. Because look at the time they're gaining. Alfie, under 11 seconds. That will certainly be under 10 seconds by the end of this lap. Time penalty, P4. So if we were to box, he wouldn't be too much of a threat by now. But this car not feeling very good anymore. Alfie gaining a lot to us. He's gaining an absolute beep ton. Because we don't swear. But the two McLarens have crashed. Steve's out. Will this safety car? Will that be the saving grace for us? No, it won't. Come on. Oh, because he's retired on track. That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. Hopefully though one of them bends it. That will really help. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen anything fairer in a Formula 1 game. Look at that. 10 seconds to 7.5. That's ridiculous. We should have a 10-second gap there. They shouldn't leave at all. That's ridiculous, because we've certainly lost this win now. That is completely unfair. I mean, for starters, I'm getting this 3 sec removed. I want the 3 seconds we've just lost given back. Because we shouldn't have lost them in a straight. I'd understand if we spun. But in the straight line, it's ridiculous. Look at that, 6.7. Now that we've lagged, the tyres are gone. It's not helpful at all. It's stupid and stupendous, I must say. We're going to go to the end. We're going to crack on. But if I lose this win by 3 seconds, I know where they've gone. I know where they've gone. Best case scenario now then, Alfie only gains 5/10 a lap. That will help, because that's a second every 2 laps. With 5 laps to go, the 5/10 gain from Alfie will save us completely. We're going to literally need to be Sergio Perez here, completely. I won't be enough driving as Verstappen, but that won't stop me. The Scottish Lion. Careful with the battery, I know, but like I said, the gap should only be 7 seconds and not the 4.2 it is. Like I said, if we lose this race by just over 3 seconds, I know where they've gone. I completely know where they've gone, and it's ridiculous. The fact that this hasn't been fixed over the course of just under a year. It's ridiculous how they haven't been fixed since it was added back on F122. And the old gen consoles really are bad for this. F1 Mad's tyres have dropped off though, which is a blessing in disguise. Hopefully Alfie's can do that soon as well. Redderton, could you do me... Oh, one camera. Could you do me an absolute solid and go and look back when Alfie pitted, please? Oh dear, my controller died. If you guys can still hear me, please do tell me. Because I've lost all sound from the game. If you guys can hear me in the game, that's brilliant. Then, yeah. Yeah, I've lost all sound from the game, which isn't too good. Also meaning we've most definitely lost this lead. Streamer's back. Yeah, well, my sound is not, Redison. My sound is not Amiga. Oh, and another lag. Yeah, we've definitely lost this race now. I mean, if I lose it by 4 seconds now, and I absolutely know where it's gone. And it's, yeah, I'm ashamed to say that we have lost it from lag, as it just shouldn't be happening at all. But we get the DRS actually on Alfie. Now I heard that. I can't hear the engine sounds though. I'm not entirely sure why, but whatever it is, it's not very good. Alfie is certainly going to breeze past us now then, with the DRS, but we're going to give him a jolly old squeeze. Maybe we can fight this, folks. Or not. Yeah. Yeah, no comment. Do you know what? Really helping how they're retiring now and not literally a lap earlier. Because a lap earlier would have bloody saved us. And I've lost all sound now, which is not good. If someone in the stream can just comment if they can hear me, that would, please. That would really help. Yeah, can you guys hear it? Because I can't. If you guys can hear it, then I know it's just my game and my headset. But I'm not entirely sure what it's done. Because I heard the DRS beep. You can't hear the game but me. Okay. Okay. Okay, thank you. That really helps. I don't know what it's done. Yeah, not very good. Me desyncing. It absolutely is me desyncing. But we've got another lap. That's another 4 temps lost to F1 Mad from desyncing, which is completely unfair. And by all means, he shouldn't have this position, because we've lost a total of now 5 seconds to desync, which is completely unfair. And, you know, something I just can't control. Yeah. It's good that you can hear me. I can hear myself, obviously. Again, can't hear the game, but that's to be settled on this last lap. I suppose I'll fix it when I come around to it. But a P2 I will be more than happy to come off with, if we can keep F1 Mad in this 5 temps. I don't think we will, unless he passes on this straight and we get him into turn 9, but I don't think we will do here, folks. I don't think we'll do it. So here he comes. Completely Vegas in here. He goes deep. This could be a carbon copy of lap 1 here. I heard the RS beep again. Not any more of the in-game sound though, which is stupid. But I think we've officially got P2 here, if we can keep him behind. And in this last sector, only we've been bold enough to make the move. So it's all about defence now, and all about holding him up. Just like that lap 1, we could do it, we might not. He's going to go for a send in the final corner, just you watch. I told you, said he'd do it. Said he'd do it. didn't I? Told you we'd do it. That was so stupid. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about that one, to be honest. It really was Desync that lost us the win there, because we certainly could have won that race. We certainly should have won that race. Desync really in the end. But, GG's. That was a fun race. I'm terribly sorry about the sound towards the end. Yeah, nothing I could do. I'm really sorry, guys. Yeah. Thank you guys for one, and I'm serious now, unless I do stream tomorrow, in which case I'm not, for one final time again on F123, guys. It is au revoir, it is arrivederci, it is adios, and it is goodbye. And there is one more thing I have to say. Thank you guys so much for this past game. I've had the ups, I've had the downs. Yeah, we've had the ups, we've had the downs, but you guys have stuck throughout. There'll be plenty more streams on F124, I assure you. But again, it is good.